try to start. Okay, hi. Okay, we're going to review how to do your intro and your thesis. So I'm going to skip through some things because we've already done this, but we're going to talk about thesis to start. So the key thing is your thesis needs to be one sentence. Think of this as the blueprint for your essay. It tells you everything you're going to be writing about. So this needs to be specific. So if your thesis is not specific, it's not going to be good enough. It needs to be one sentence that tells your main idea, and you're going to have 2 key points. So what you're probably going to want to write down is this. This is what's going to help you guys. Statement plus, this is a plus, we're pretending we're in math, your 2 reasons equals your thesis. So I think that will help. So whatever the question is, make it a statement, add your 2 reasons why, that equals your thesis. Go through this. Okay, let's talk about the bad thesis real quick, because this is what you had to do on the worksheet. You had to say what was wrong with things. So what can make it wrong is if it's too vague and the words are too vague. If you don't have a claim, so if you did not pick a side to anything. If you only restated the topic but didn't have 2 reasons. And then if it's too broad, like you don't have reasons. Okay, so here's what you have to do when you do your thesis. This is that first page in the back where we had our topic on honesty. So you had to brainstorm your ideas. That's the first box. You had to write down your statement. Then you have to do your 2 reasons and combine them together. So that's on that second to last page. Okay, I'm gonna go skip through this stuff. I'm gonna go back real quick to the whole introduction. So that's thesis. Thesis is the last sentence in your intro. This one, erase this. This one shows your whole intro. So for your whole intro, your hook has to not be a question. It's one sentence. It's where you have some intriguing, shocking statement, an antidote, which is a joke, some kind of analogy, or a quote. So you can always start with any of those, and it's one sentence. Then 2 to 3 sentences background. Remember, that can be a definition. Don't use an example, but it's just something that tells me about the topic. Pretend like I've never heard of that topic before. Then put your thesis there. Let's look at the assignment really quick. I'm going to go back through those pages again. So then anything you guys need to work on, that's what we're going to work on. So here was the assignment. There's the answers. Technical difficulties today. Okay, here was the first page. So look at your first page, see if you had to make any corrections on that page. So for the first page, all you had to do was say whether it was weak or strong. And then if it was weak, you had to say why. On the second page, on this chart, you have to say what's incorrect in these boxes, and then you have to fix it. So you do have to fix it here. You have to give me actual reasons. Then this, hang on, this thing. You just had to give me 2 reasons why. So if you didn't list 2 reasons, you only listed 1, I put and ... So you have to have 2 reasons. And then this last page, these are the 2 important pages. Okay, the prompt was the one that went here. This was the one I gave you. Why is it important to be honest? That is our prompt. So if you wrote about something else, that might be why you lost points. Then for the main idea, we changed that to say, it is important to be honest because ... That's all that needs to go in here. The ... Then you're gonna list 2 reasons why. Not a third. Remember, cross off key point 3. You don't need a third reason. We're only gonna have 2 because we're only gonna have 2 body paragraphs. Then, on this page, this is where a lot of people lost some points. Your main idea plus key point 1 plus key point 2, and should be in here, goes down here. So it's going to say, honesty is important because blank and blank. So that's going to fill in your thesis there. Then on the next page, just copy the thesis over. Don't rewrite, don't write a new thesis. You're just going to copy over the one from that page down here. That goes right there. Then the hook needs to be one sentence. Remember, do not start with a question. Either a quote, a joke, an attention getter. One sentence. Background is 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, and then copy the essay,